CEOs, what's up? It's your boy CEO. I'll be showing them back another video, and it's that time of the week. As you can tell, I'm actually in my room instead of the garage, but that's because the garage, the fan has been going crazy in there. It's been going brazy, and I need you to hear me out on this one with no interruption, especially this one. All right, so let's get into it. What I'm thankful for: being able to accept reality for what it is, then to entertain the what ifs, let alone stress over things that are outside of my control. I'm thankful that I can, let alone choose to endure the temporary emotions I would feel, whether it be anxiety and or stress, to then move forward with my day. I'm thankful that I've come to the realization that there's only so much I can do in a day, and in doing so, it allows me to remain grounded, in touch with the day that I'm currently living in. I used to stress about what I have to do, and being able to recognize how imperative it is to shift my attention towards what I can do for the day has allowed me to do more than before. Reason being, before I used to live in my head easily, meaning I'd give more attention towards whatever anxiety I had felt at the time than being present in my day, realizing what's actually real and what's not. As a result, I was allowing my anxiety to dictate what I would do next, which was then making it harder for me to break the resistance towards those anxious notions I had felt, thus making it harder for me to snap out of it. I'm thankful that I've been able to snap out of it. I'm thankful that I've realized reality is what I do next. I'm thankful that I've been able to accept my reality for what it is, by deciphering what's real and what's not, to then dictate what I do next. Reality is what you do next. And with that being said, I have these two screenshots. One's a quote, and nonetheless, that I feel like go best with what I had to share with you. Yeah, you, what I had to reflect with you. So the first one says this, the quote: "If you want to conquer fear, don't sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy." I'll say it one more time. If you want to conquer fear, don't sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. That's by Dale Carnegie, so shout out to you, Dale. Last but not least, the second one says this: "Trust that where you are is where you need to be. When you trust, you see things differently. You are more present and more aware how everything connects and unfolds. Simply, you make better decisions aligned with the heart." I'm saying it one time. Trust that where you are, is where you need to be. When you trust, you see things differently. You are more present and more aware how everything connects and unfolds. Simply, you make better decisions aligned with the heart. With that being said, I used to let my anxiety dictate, literally, like I said in my reflection, what I would do next. And usually what I would do next, if I'm being completely honest with you, would be anything that revolves around comfort. Whatever would make me feel cozy, would like literally like just not have me feel the way the anxiety, the stress, whatever weird thought, negative thought that would appear would make me feel. I would choose the comfort, something to make me just feel warm inside. You feel me? Like back then, anxiety was literally like, I don't know. I used to drown in anxiety. I used to just be in my head 24/7. And like in school, I was really like having to do school too at the same time didn't help me, I feel like, because, I have all this pressure. I got all these exams, projects, like just all this time and energy I'm putting into school, and like, I'm not even figuring out my own self at that same time. Like my own thoughts, whatever I'm feeling, I'm just deflecting because I have school. I got all these other things to do. Like, I don't know, my anxiety back then was through the roof. You feel me? Nowadays though, things are a whole lot more calm, and I'm blessed. That's what I've realized. I've realized that, me choosing comfort instead of actually just, spending a moment or two to actually just face my fears, like really just feel it. Whatever anxiety I have, like just understand what I'm feeling, how it's making me feel. Okay, deciding, okay, is this real? Like just trying to figure out. Like back then I wouldn't even give my anxiety a second of my own time. I would literally just be like, nope. Like the anxiety would be like, nope, it's all about me. You feel me? Like it's not even us, it's about me. It's not even you no more. I don't know. It's just like anxiety had its own life, and it would just direct me and wherever it would take me. Uh, Nowadays, though, like I said, I've realized, I've understood. Honestly, all I really had to do was just feel it out for a few more moments and actually just figure out whether it's real or not. I would really just deflect back then. Now I'm at a point in my life where whenever I have something that stresses me out, makes me feel weird, I'm going to remain present. I realize what's actually real, what's in front of me. Because in your head, bro, you could be thinking about the future. You could be thinking about things that are just not even real, but it feels so real. So me being able to just, okay, figure out what can I do today? What's even important? Because you can only do so much in a day. So me realizing, okay, this is what I got to do. This is what I can do. I'm going to focus my energy, my time onto that. Whatever is stressing me out, whatever is worrying me, like has me worried for the moment, right? I'll figure it out. Is this something that's blocking what I can do today? Most of the time, no. It's not stopping me from moving forward. Me giving it time, me giving it attention is what stops me from moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So feel the fear. You can do it anyways. That's what I used to not do. I used to feel it and then not want to feel it no more. So I would just choose what would be comfortable. But me feeling it, me realizing it, honestly gave me more strength, gave me more power over it, more control over it, because I realized, okay, is this even real? Like the more time you even just, like just you be like, you just like reality hits you and just like, bro, you're in your head. You're in too deep. Like you just snap out of it. I used to really let my anxiety control what I would do next. And me personally, when I reflect over this, when I'm reflecting about it right now with you, I'm really proud of myself, because I promise you, I would not be in this chair right now talking to you. I would still be fixating over things that are not even real. I would let whatever bad thought, shout out to Essentia again, you feel me? Like, I would like let whatever bothered me like dictate, okay, you gotta twist this for like this, it gotta be angled like that, or the rest of your day is ruined. Like, I would just think like that. I was really on that type of timing. I don't know if that's relatable to anybody out there, but anxiety is like, you can't define it in one way. Anxiety is something that you deal with. Yeah, it's just, you got to overcome it by being real with yourself, by just feeling it, defining it, just trying to figure out what it makes you feel and how you even got to that point. Like, you feel me? Like, I feel like anxiety, if you're able to just figure out, okay, what it means to you and what's really bothering you, then at the end of the day, if you're able to like come up on top out of it, at that point, you realize reality is what I do next. I could literally sit here, spend 8 hours stressing about this one thought, or I can realize, okay, can I do anything about it right now at this moment? If I can't, next topic, next, what's next? Let's get into it. Let's get to it. This quote says, if you want to conquer fear, don't sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. Go get busy. Realize what you got to do. Realize what's important. What can you do today? How much can you do today? What's possible? What's not? Instead of just living in your head. Because where your attention goes is what grows, right? The more attention you give it, the more time you give it, it can just build. Anxiety is crazy. You can go from one anxious thought to another. And you feel me? Like when you're in your head and you're not even like realizing what's real, like you're not even realizing, okay, where you're at. Like sometimes it's crazy. Like you have your eyes open. Like I'm looking at you right now, right? But technically though, I'm really not looking at you. It's just my eyes are open and it looks like I'm looking at you, but I'm over here, all these thoughts in my head, all this anxiety, whatever, stressing me out, I'm just living in it. You feel me? Being able to just be present it gives you power. It makes you realize, okay, okay, this is what I can do. This is what I can't do. This is beyond fake. This is just in my head. This is not even, I'm not even dealing with this today. This is not even part of the plan for the day. You feel me? I literally used to be tripping over something that I had felt initially at the beginning of my day. 8 hours later, I'd be still tripping over that one thought. I used to be like that. I don't know. I hope what I just reflected with you really just made sense in any type of way. And if it did, comment down below. Again, anxiety, stress, once you're able to just overcome it, once you're able to trust in your, like have trust with yourself, you know what I'm saying? That where you are is like where you're meant to be. Like, you feel me? Don't force it. You feel me? Just figure out, take it step by step. Like, bruh, reality is what you really do next. You feel me? So what it is, like, what are you going to choose? Are you going to choose to stay in your head and let these fears that 99% of the time, I feel like for me personally, I'm not even going through it right now. This is not even something I'm dealing with. It's just in my head. You feel me? Like, if you're able to just differentiate, if you're able to overcome it, then you're good for it. I said it's something that I can and choose to endure. You can. You just got to choose to endure it. And it's only going to be here for a few moments. There's a screenshot. I don't think I've used it yet, but I will later on in the future, that says something about like, are you having a bad day, or did it only just bother you? Did it just bother you only for like 10 to 15 minutes or something like that? A lot of the times it's just there to bother you. Whatever you're dealing with, it could be stressing you out, but it's only going to stress you out for as long as you let it. You feel me? So is it just a bad thought that disturbed you for a few minutes, or did you really have a bad day? You feel me? Get in touch with that. So with that being said, that's pretty much it that I had to reflect with you. I hope whatever I just reflected with you made sense, but that's what I had to reflect on. Okay, it was about me. Okay, so nonetheless, it's not just about me today, right? It's us, what we reflected on. So comment down below. Matter of fact, you better have made sure that you reflected. I'm sure at this point, we're like 30 plus reflections in. I'm sure you already did it. You probably have like a strategy, like a way of doing these reflections with me. Either you already have it written down. You feel me? So it's good. It's good. I'm gonna let you be. But nonetheless, I hope whatever I had said, whatever I had to share with you resonated in one way or another, made you realize things that you didn't. And comment down below and share something that I didn't say that you feel like, you know, might help me. Because I'm still growing. This is an everyday battle. It doesn't mean that I've overcome anxiety and stress and I won't have it ever again. No, it's just I've been able to differentiate what's real and what's not. And that allows me to move forward, push forward, to go forward. You know what I'm saying? Instead of staying stuck, instead of staying home, sitting home and just thinking about it all day. I'm choosing to move. Action over comfort. Feel me? No comfort. Action over comfort. Feel me? So with that being said, comment down below. I just have this weird feeling my phone's about to cut out because of storage. So I'm not going to let that happen, hopefully. With that being said, I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. For this quote is meant for you, because it's literally meant for you, bruh. All right? With that being said, I love y'all. I hope that you've had a great weekend thus far, so far. And it's your boy CEO Abishan. I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. I love y'all. Peace. Peace. You didn't see the peace in the beginning, so I had to. All right. Anyways. All right. Bye. Ishi, aside from the corny behavior that you just witnessed, witnessed me partaking in that last part of the video, feel me on this. I need you to hear me out on this, because I don't know if this was really felt. The first few moments when you have that anxiety, when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel stressed, what you do next is very key. Do not deflect. Do not choose to do what feels good. Instead, define what feels weird right now. What's stressing you out, what's having you feel anxious, define it. Get aware. of what's making you feel that way right away, because then you will decipher whether it's actually real, whether you actually can do something about it, or if this is just in your head. And guess what? When you do so, you choose all of you. You don't choose with just what feels good right now. All right? They want you to be stuck on what feels good right now. But when you actually give yourself a moment and ask yourself, is this real? Is this not? What can I do? You allow yourself to gain power, control. You realize who you are. You are allowing you to choose all of you to move forward, because you've made that decision. Okay, this is what I can do. This is what I can't do. And that's it, period. But when you deflect, the anxiety gets stronger and stronger. The reasons, the excuses, the scenarios, they will build on and on. So do not deflect it. Face it right there and then. Feel it. Feel it. You can do it anyways. All right? That's pretty much it that I wanted you to just really, that's what I reflected on, and what made me realize, this is how I can overcome my anxiety. This is how I've been able to overcome my anxiety. And I just want you to really not lose sight of that part, especially. So yeah. All right. Love y'all. Peace.